What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and a lot of people been asking me to touch on this topic right here. And this one is kind of a little weird because I believe the proof is in the pudding, if you ask me. But it's things about this case that's weird, and plus the reason a lot of people wanted me to tackle this is because a lot of the people that's involved in the drill culture who kind of just got in, who don't really understand this, didn't really know that this guy had a brother. So today we're gonna tackle Jeff. A lot of people call him Lil Jeff. He's actually the twin brother of Lil J. He ended up losing his life due to gun violence and shit like that. Now this was kind of hard because I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to when it came to this one, even though I had close sources. You got to remember, I spoke with a lot of people who's very, very close to Lil Jeff. I read newspaper articles. I read police reports. I read the Chicago Tribune, the Sun-Times, the CBS locals. I even had an opportunity because Lil Jeff died a little earlier when the drill first popped off, that a lot of his friends were speaking about his death on the internet. So I had a chance to listen and watch that shit. So I feel like I got a good pulse on this one. So we're going to take Lil Jeff to the board because his death I thought I had locked in. I figured it out. But then it was a loophole thrown in that kind of threw me off. So today we're going to speak on Lil Jeff. He's the brother of Lil J. That's his brother. Okay? So Lil Jeff, the brother of Lil J. If I'm not mistaken, he was 21 years old when he ended up losing his life, okay? One of the first things I noticed is that Lil Jeff was affiliated with Tuckerville, STL. So, you know, they are affiliated with STL, Tuckerville, okay? Lil Jeff was affiliated with people like Duck, K.I., Brick, and a lot more other people, okay? I instantly noticed that all those people end up losing their life to gun violence. I noticed he was from a neighborhood that was known to be like a neighborhood full of shooters, killers. And I know you might say, man, you tripping. That's like any other hood. I mean, that's what the internet portrayed it as. And not only did it portray it as that, a lot of these guys from this neighborhood end up becoming rappers, okay? And gaining a lot of clout off of that shit. Another thing I noticed is that Lil Jeff was affiliated with the Gangsta Disciples, which is a gang that has a stronghold in Chicago. Another thing I noticed is that Lil Jeff was actually a rapper too. And in some of his songs, he rapped about killing, murders, drugs, you know, the regular rap shit that most people talk about when it comes to the drill culture and things like that. So that's all the background I really had on this guy. I didn't really have a lot of background on him because at that time they were really just coming up and shit. They didn't really have the clout, like the Clout Boys and shit like that. So, but what threw me off is what the police is claiming that happened. See, these are things that kind of confuses me because if I'm not mistaken, he was only 21 years old, okay? The police is claiming, okay, that this guy was murdered on Mother's Day. Now, hold up. Yeah, you didn't hear me wrong. Mother's Day. Who in the fuck is riding around trying to kill somebody on Mother's Day? I mean, it's crazy as hell. When I seen that shit hurt in my heart because I was like, damn, that's a day full of love and it's somebody riding around trying to drill. Like, what kind of motherfucker are you? Like, that's some crazy sick shit. So that was one of the first things that came to my head was that he was murdered on Mother's Day. All right? Which led me to believe this could have been personal for somebody to want to do something like that. Okay? But then again, in Chirac, don't nobody really care what day it is. You get killed on Christmas. So I just feel like that was crazy. But they're claiming that on April 8th, okay, of 2013, that Lil Jeff was at a house party. Now you see it already, right? What I always say in these breakdowns, a house party. If you know you out here and you ain't living right, you're doing bad things or you're high, or even if you ain't doing bad things, people labeling you, you getting a name, you becoming the target, you cannot be at house parties. It's too many people gonna be there. Not only is it gonna be too many people there, it's too many young people there. It's too many young people doing drugs. They drinking. They lit because the music lit. They on they energy, their adrenaline up. Man, this is a place you might end up losing your life. This is not a good position to put yourself in if you really think about that. But they're claiming that he was at a house party, and I guess something happened. Maybe it was an altercation. Somebody got bumped. Somebody said something. It might have been an argument. It might have been something. I'm not sure what it was, but something happened in the house party. And then next thing you know, guess what happened? Blah, 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 blah. They get the blicking. They get the shooting and shit, man. Guess what happened? Jeff get hit multiple times. Okay? He's hit multiple times. Other people wounded. Okay? Jeff ended up losing his life. Killed at a house party. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, this happened on the 600 block of Sibley. Okay? Now, this the thing that threw me off, okay? I noticed that this is not in Chicago. So, I'm going to X out some op shit in Chicago. Now, I'm not saying it ain't no op shit, but I'm going to just X out the op shit in Chicago. Now, I ain't saying you can't be lacking because the ops be everywhere. But I'm going to just rule it out for now. It says that it happened. I believe this location is the location somewhere in Hammond, Indiana. Okay? Which is very close to Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very close. I looked at that and said, since the op shit threw me off, maybe he ran into somebody who was his op and they seen them because I heard rumors that, STL is hated everywhere. People love the Chief Keef, the BD movement, so they gain ops from just on some music fan shit too, right? So I thought that was possible. So some told me to Google Lil Jeff enemies. Go to YouTube and Google Lil Jeff diss. I did that shit. Oh shit. I noticed Lil Jeff was in a war. Lil Jeff, he was beefing with some guys, I believe, from like East Chicago. Okay? And I listened to his songs. He was talking about shooting at them or whatever the fuck, all kind of crazy shit in his rap song. Those guys made diss songs back at him about the same shit. We'll shoot at you, we'll get you, whatever the fuck. The internet ran with that shit and made it seem like that's how he died. It was this right here. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that that's not the truth, but I talked to a lot of people and I wasn't able to verify it. So if I can't verify that, I won't come to the board with anything like that. We ain't going to spread rumors. We're not going to deal with the propaganda and help the government just pinpoint people, pick people, and get people into trouble. We ain't going to do that. I believe that these were just rumors, okay? Now, I'm not saying it ain't true, but I believe those were just rumors for the time being until we can verify it. But what I can say is I believe his death was gang related, okay? I believe it was gang related. When I read the police report, it said it was over 50 people in a party. Okay? Which means somebody know the shooter. A lot of people seen what happened. Yeah, there's a lot of people dancing and shit. It's a lot of people hollering at chicks. A lot of chicks hollering at guys. A lot of people, just chilling, cooling on the couch. But it's a lot of people seen exactly what happened that day and nobody spoke on it. The homeowner of the party where the house party was through at had a sibling, a relative, end up getting shot in the leg or the feet or something. He didn't even make a report. Okay? He didn't make a report. Which leads me to believe he didn't want to get into it. Getting involved in anything. Then make a report. I believe he just like shit, some crazy shit happened. He don't even know. He just didn't want to be involved in anything. And that's probably how a lot of people would have did it who don't know what the fuck going on and just got hit by a bullet. I'm out of that shit. I don't know. Thank God I survived. I believe that's what happened. If you ask me, in my opinion, okay, he died over something gang related. I think he was a gang banger. Not to say that in a disrespectful way, because he could have been a good dude. He could have been a lawyer, could have been a doctor, he could have been anything. I'm not saying that. I'm only telling you what I can go off on the board and the information I got. You know, the internet has a way of just only posting the bad things about you. So I'm not gonna say that didn't happen with this guy. But what I read and what I see, I believe his death was gang related. I also believe not only was it gang related, it's something about his death, in my opinion, that just smelled a little bit. It smelled a little bit backdoorish to me. You know, now I'm not saying it wasn't a spur of the moment incident where they got into it or something happened at the end, because that's possible, you know. In Chirac, people get attitudes fast. But I'm just saying, you know, it's just something about this shit that's kind of backdoorish to me. But subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, I appreciate the love. If you're rocking with me, then keep your donation. I don't need you to send me anything. I don't need you to cash out me anything. I'm cool. If you want to support me, this how you do it. You lift your hand up like this. You hit the like button. When you hit the like button, it make my videos grow and a lot of people be able to see them. Now, I be seeing y'all in the comments saying you want to support. So if you want to support, I better have like about 2,000 likes on this video. 2, 3,000, 4, 5,000 likes on this video so I can know y'all support me now. It's the homie truth. Bleh, 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 bleh.